Silence. All stand and remain standing until the conclusion of the reading of the proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, the proclamation. All persons having any business before this honorable court now draw nigh. Give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
Admission of lawyers. Paul Oswald Alba.
May it please the court, I move that Paul Oswald Alba be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Paul Oswald Alba be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Brianna Kate Basford.
May it please the court, I move that my friend Brianna Kate Basford be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Brianna Kate Basford be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
David Isaac Brockwell.
May it please the court, I move that David Isaac Brockwell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That David Isaac Brockwell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kailin Chang.
That Kailin Chang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Julia Rose Colabriale.
May it please the court, I move that Julia Rose Colubriale be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Julia Rose Colubriale be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Molly Matilda Corney.
May it please the court, I move that Molly Matilda Corney be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable
That
court.
Molly Matilda Corney be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jaya Dadwell.
May it please the court, I move that Jaya Dadwell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jaya Dadwell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Lily Daly.
May it please the court, I move that Lily Daly be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Lily Daly be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Holly DeBoer.
May it please the court, I move that Holly DeBoer be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Holly DeBoer be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Liesl de Castro.
May it please the court, I move that Liesl de Castro be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Liesl de Castro be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anna Olivia Dougal.
May it please the court, I move that Anna Olivia Dougal be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anna Olivia Dougal be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Shweya Du.
May it please the court, I move that Shuya Du be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Shuya Du be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alec Desmond Endicott.
May it please the court, I move that Alec Desmond Endicott be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Alec Desmond Endicott be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Thomas Jasper Ndaya.
May it please the court, I move that Thomas Jasper Ndaya be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Thomas Jasper Ndaya be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Yixin Fu.
May it please the court, I move that Yixin Fu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Yixin Fu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ava Taylor Garlic Bock.
May it please the court, I move that Ava Taylor Garlic Bock be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Ava Taylor Garlic Bock be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jason Brett Gemmell.
May it please the court, I move that Jason Brett Gemmell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jason Brett Gemmell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Samantha Marianne Grant.
May it please the court, I move that Samantha Marianne Grant be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Samantha Marianne Grant be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexander J. Hamilton.
May it please the court, I move that Alexander J. Hamilton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Alexander J. Hamilton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Victoria Karam.
May it please the court, I move that Victoria Karam be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Victoria Karam be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ian Trevor Knight.
May it please the court, I move that Ian Trevor Knight be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ian Trevor Knight be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Laura Jane Kokolis.
May it please the court,
I move that my niece, Laura Jane Kokolis, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Laura Jane Kokolis be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexander Kyriakopoulos.
May it please the court, I move that Alexander Kyriakopoulos be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexander Kyriakopoulos be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hannah Lucy Lawrence.
May it please the court, I move that Hannah Lucy Lawrence be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hannah Lucy Lawrence be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Mark Lang Lee.
May it please the court, I move that Mark Lang Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Mark Lang Lee be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Eric Louis Lund.
May it please the court, I move that Eric Louis Lund be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Eric Louis Lung be admitted as a lawyer of this court. He's over there. No, he's over there.
Oh, he's over there. Kimberly Frances McNamara Hamilton.
May it please the court, I move that Kimberly Frances McNamara Hamilton be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kimberly Frances McNamara Hamilton be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hayley Elise Marr.
May it please the court, I move that Hayley Elise Maher be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hayley Elise Maher be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Annabelle Jane McDermott.
May it please the court, I move that Annabelle Jane McDermott be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Annabelle Jane McDermott be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Maxine Rose Napret.
May it please the court, I move that Maxine Rose Napret be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Maxine Rose Napret be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kamala Pathy Sama Nimagada.
May it please the court, I move that my father, Kamapati Sama Nimagada, be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Kamala Pathy Nimagada be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Marcos Oliveira Fontes.
May it please the court, I move that Marcos Oliveira Fontes be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Marcos Oliveira Fontes be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Natalia Oliveira Mariani.
May it please the court, I move that Natalia Oliveira Mariani be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Natalia Oliveira Mariani be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Oscar Andrew Purcell.
May it please the court, I move that Oscar Andrew Purcell be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Oscar Andrew Purcell be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Danny Rad.
May it please the court, I move Danny Rad to be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Danny Rad be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Georgia Maggie Marsland Bray.
May it please the court, I move that Georgia Maggie Marsland Ray be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Georgie Maggie Marsland Ray be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Monty Grant Raper.
May it please the court, I move that Monty Grant Raper be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Monty Grant Raper be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Aruran Ravichandran.
May it please the court, I move that Arun Ravichandran be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Arun Ravichandran be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Alexandria Danielle Toto Roby.
May it please the court, I move that Alexandria Danielle Toto Roby be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Alexandria Danielle Toto Roby be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Hazel Sahin.
May it please the court, I move that Hazel Sahin be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Hazel Sahin be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Muhammad Abu Bakr Siddiq.
May it please the court, I move that Muhammad Abu Bakr Siddiq be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Muhammad Abu Bakr Siddiq be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Caroline Augusta Sakira Macedo.
May it please the court, I move that Carolina Augusta Segueda Macedo be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Caroline Augusta Sakara Macedo be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jasmine Sobi.
May it please the court, I move that Jasmine Sopi be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Jasmine Sobi be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ali Reza Sultan.
May it please the court, I move that Ali Reza Sultan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Ali Reza Sultan be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joshua Thomas Sultana.
May it please the court, I move that Joshua Thomas Sultana be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
Let Joshua Thomas Sultana be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Max Chung Ho Sito.
May it please the court,
I move that Max Joho Sito be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Max Chung Ho Sato be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jessica Tauk.
May it please the court, I move Jessica Toke be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jessica Toke be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Joyce Yan Hu Tsei.
May it please the court, I move that Joyce Yan Hu Si be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Joyce Yan Hu Say be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ashley Dale Walker.
May it please the court, I move that Ashley Dale Walker be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Ashley Dale Walker be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jing Shu.
May it please the court, I move that Jing Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jing Zhu be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xiao Yu Yang.
May it please the court, I move that Zhao Yu Yan be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zhao Yu Yang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jin Yub Yi.
May it please the court, I move that Jin Hyuk Ye be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jin Hyub Ye be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jenna Shi-yun Yim.
May it please the court, I move that Jenna Shi-hyun Yim be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jenna Shi-yun Yim be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Jason Yin Young Yoon.
Please the court, I move that Jason Jin Yong Yun be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Jason Jin Young Yun be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Kai Hong Yong.
May it please the court, I move that Kei Hong Yung be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Kei Hong Yung be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Anastasia Flavia Aurelia Zasanseva.
May it please the court, I move that Anastasia Flavia Aurelia Zasanseva be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Anastasia Flavia Aurelia Zasanseva be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Xijia Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Xijia Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Xijia Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Ziyi Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Ziyi Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Ziyi Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Haoran Zhang.
May it please the court, I move that Horan Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Horan Zhang be admitted as a lawyer of this court.
Zen Zen.
May it please the court, I move that Zhen Zhen be admitted as a lawyer of this honourable court.
That Zhen Zhen be admitted as a lawyer of this court. It will now be necessary for those whose admission has just been moved to stand when it is directed for the purposes of swearing an oath or making an affirmation and declaration. So please stand as directed by our officiating officer.
Could the first two rows on my right please stand? Paul Oswald Alba, Brianna Kate Basford, David Isaac Rockwell, Kai Lin Chang, Julia Rose Colabriale, Molly Matilda Corney, Jaya Dadwal, Lily Daly, Holly DeBoer, Liesl De Castro, Anna Olivia Dougal, Shia Du, Alec Desmond Endicott, Thomas Jasper and Dyer, Yi Xin Fu, Ava Taylor Garlic Bock. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
So help me God.
Thank you. Please sit down. And could rows 3 and 4 on my right please stand? And Mr. Lund. Jason Brett Gemmell. Samantha Marianne Grant. Alexander J. Hamilton. Victoria Karam. Ian Trevor Knight. Laura Jane Kokolis. Alexander Kyriakopoulos. Hannah Lucy Lawrence. Mark Lang Lee, Eric Louis Lund, Kimberly Frances McNamara Hamilton, Hayley Elise Ma, Annabelle Jane McDermott, Maxine Rose Naprit, Kamalapati Sama Nimagada, Marcos Oliveira Fontes, Natalia Oliveira Mariani, Oscar Andrew Purcell, Danny Rard, Georgia Maggie Marsland Ray. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"? Thank you. Please sit down. And could the 2 rows of admittees in front of me please stand? Monty Grant Raper, Arun Ravichandran, Alexandria Danielle Toto Roby, Hazel Sahin, Muhammad Abubakar Siddiq, Caroline Augusta Sikira Macedo, Jasmine Sobi, Ali Reza Sultan, Joshua Thomas Sultana, Max Chung Ho Sito, Jessica Toke, Joyce Yan Hu Tsei, Ashley Dale Walker, Jing Su, Zhao Yu Yang, Jin Hyab Ye, Jenna Shun Yim, Jason Jin Young Yoon, Kai Hong Young, Anastasia Flavia Aurelia Zasentseva, Sija Zhang, Zi Yi Zhang, Horan Zhang, and Zen Zen. Do you severally swear or declare and affirm that you will truly and honestly conduct yourselves in the practice of a lawyer of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, and that you will faithfully serve as such in the administration of the laws and usages of this state according to the best of your knowledge, skill, and ability? Would you please say, "So help me God," or "I do"?
So help me God.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Well, may I warmly welcome you all to this, the Banco, the ceremonial court of the Supreme Court of New South Wales. Present with me on the bench this morning, to my right, Justice Julie Ward, the President of the New South Wales Court of Appeal, and to my left, Justice Christine Adamson, also a member of the New South Wales Court of Appeal. Together, we constitute the court that has, in the exercise of its jurisdiction, admitted you to practice this morning. And we have done so in this court, which rests on the land for which the Gadigal of the Eora Nation have cared and been custodians for thousands of years. And the court pays its sincere respects to elders, past and present, and extends those respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I should acknowledge that sitting incognito in the body of the court is our friend Justice Robert Beach-Jones, a Justice of the High Court of Australia and formerly a Judge of this court, and so I acknowledge his presence. To all of the newly admitted lawyers, welcome to the legal profession. Today for you is one for great celebration. We up here on the bench know how hard you've all worked to reach this important milestone. I'm also pleased to welcome those with you today or watching on the live stream. For many of you, the support of your family or friends will have been invaluable in the journey so far. For many of them, the endurance of your finely polished or developing skills of argument and persuasion may now be at an end, or maybe not. But whatever be the case, I'm sure they're all immensely proud of you, and I encourage you to take time to thank them this morning. Depending on how good an advocate you are, you might even convince them to shout you a long, civilised lunch later today. Now, in being admitted as a lawyer of this court, you join what is an honourable and ancient profession with the custom of advocates swearing an oath on admission to practice, as you have just done, or an affirmation, dating back to the 12th century. And this court first admitted lawyers in 1824. Last Friday, this court, the court to which you have just been admitted, celebrated its 200th anniversary. It is, you might be surprised to learn, one of the oldest continuing courts in the world. And that is something of which we, and I hope now you, are immensely proud. We had a great celebration last Friday and a ceremonial sitting in this courtroom, which was overflowing. And some very significant speeches were made, and a YouTube video of the ceremony is available on the court's website, and I would urge you all to watch it. It was a historic occasion. You are also a very fortunate cohort of new lawyers, because after this ceremony, when you move to the lobby of the court to sign the roll and receive your certificate of admission, you will also be presented gratis with a copy of the court's recently published bicentenary history entitled Constant Guardian Changing Times, a history of the Supreme Court of New South Wales 1824 to 2024 as a memento of your admission in this bicentennial year. And I do hope that you take time to read and enjoy it. You won't be able to read it in one hit. It's 450 pages, but there are lots of fascinating illustrations and vignettes. There's a wealth of information about the court, of which you have each just become officers. In celebrating the court's bicentenary, we also celebrate 200 years of the rule of law in New South Wales, about which I'll say something more shortly. This ceremony, as you will have noticed, is attended by unique but important formalities, including the fact that your admission has been moved by someone who is already a member of the legal profession, and that you have each made a formal oath or affirmation in the presence of your family and peers and before senior judges of the court. They and we are all therefore witnesses to the serious promises and undertakings you have made. The law touches every part of our society, and it can and will lead you all in many different directions and career paths. But in whatever direction you head, you must always remember that the oath or affirmation you have made today is a serious one, a continuing one, and deserves solemn regard. Whether you work in private practice, at the bar, in a community legal centre, a Crown Law Office, the Aboriginal Legal Service for legal aid, or for a government department or agency, or indeed in an entirely different field, you should always be known for your honesty, your integrity, and your commitment to justice, and you must strive to uphold these cardinal values. Now, you will see from some of the portraits of former Chief Justices on the walls of this court that we up here on the bench are wearing the same robes, in some cases literally, as have been worn by our predecessors. And you may be wondering why, after 200 years, we still wear these robes on ceremonial occasions. I can tell you we don't wear them because they are particularly comfortable, but we do so for symbolic reasons. Symbolically, they serve to highlight the continuity of the rule of law in New South Wales, although importantly, the judges wearing the robes are now drawn from an increasingly diverse pool. Some 45% of all judicial officers in New South Wales are now female. That is a radical change from the time I commenced practice, which I like to think was not that long ago. It has been an extremely salutary change. Another symbolic reason why we wear these robes is to differentiate the judiciary from the other arms of government. It is important that the judiciary is and is seen to be independent and a source of review and a check where appropriate on the exercise of executive power. And the robes symbolise the different role of this arm of government. As to continuity of the rule of law in a world in which there is so much global uncertainty and insecurity, the rule of law is more important than ever, and not simply an academic construct or a phrase of some mere theoretical import. At its simplest, the rule of law is the opposite of the arbitrary abuse of power and the rule of autocratic dictators and populists. As we survey the globe, there is nothing theoretical about those threats and realities. In a speech delivered in 2018, Lord Hodge of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom aptly described the rule of law as, and I quote, a bastion against those who would use chaos as a ladder, unquote. Now, notwithstanding the formality and tradition attending this ceremony, the life of the law is dynamic. Not everything in the legal profession remains unchanged or unchanging. The pandemic, for instance, prompted a radical shift in the use of technology in our courtrooms, and the advent of artificial intelligence brings with it both opportunities and challenges, which the legal profession and the courts are and will continue with which the courts and the legal profession are and will continue to grapple. While the increased use of technology offers a number of advantages, it is my firm view that the practice of the law has human nature and human interaction at its core. An essential part of being a good lawyer is understanding people, how others react to different situations, perform under pressure, and deal with each other. An individual who is in need of your services as a lawyer will, in many cases, be an individual facing some kind of great personal challenge or crisis affecting his or her liberty, personal well-being, or health or financial position. There is therefore a need to deliver legal services not only competently, but always with courtesy, integrity, and sensitivity to the circumstances of the matter. That requires a human being with emotional and not artificial intelligence. The need for human engagement by lawyers with those needing legal assistance is also a powerful reason why there should be strong representation of lawyers from the many different backgrounds which comprise our cosmopolitan community. That very much includes Indigenous lawyers. Diverse representation amongst solicitors, advocates, and judges assists in ensuring that all people who become involved in our justice system can and feel that they can be properly heard and fairly engaged with by a judicial system reflective of our broader community and educated in the need for respect of the differences which contribute to our rich community. The admission ceremonies in which I have sat, including this ceremony, highlight that there is far greater diversity of background amongst junior lawyers than when we all commenced practice. That is a very good thing, and leaders of the profession and of the courts are working hard to foster inclusiveness and diversity. That in turn, as I've intimated, builds trust in and respect for both the judiciary and the legal profession and ultimately the rule of law. So let me now offer a little bit of professional and personal advice. As a lawyer, you'll often need to make difficult ethical decisions. You must use the tools you have developed to think critically and not compromise on your fundamental duties to the court and to the administration of justice. At various points of your career, you will make mistakes, some minor, some more serious. If we are being honest with ourselves, we all make mistakes from time to time, especially when starting out on something new. When you do make a mistake, your commitment to honesty, integrity, and the administration of justice means that you must take responsibility, correct what you can, and learn from those errors. One mistake which I always advise young lawyers not to make, or to try not to make, is the mistake of giving your clients the advice you think they want to hear. I can tell you now that almost certainly will not be good advice. Your role is to be independent and courageous, as well as technically accurate in the advice you give. Your clients will not welcome being given the advice they want to hear in the long run when the true picture emerges. Being a lawyer means that you're an advisor, a problem solver, a mediator sometimes, and an advocate sometimes, whether you're a barrister or not. As you go about your day-to-day work, remember that you're not merely dealing with the law in a vacuum, but as I've said, the law as it applies to people's lives. That human engagement extends to your interactions with your colleagues, including your opponents, those with whom you negotiate or against whom you litigate. Aspects of the law, especially if you're involved in litigation, are confrontational. That's the nature of the adversarial system of justice. But the practice of the law can be stressful and demanding enough, or is stressful and demanding enough without personal animus and antagonism between practitioners adding to the load, as regrettably it sometimes does. So it's essential that you maintain your detachment, balance, and good humour, remembering at all times that you are now members of a profession and not a business. Another thing you should remember is that the best advocates can and do make their points simply and succinctly. Often less is more. Some of the most experienced lawyers and judges could also use that reminder from time to time, and I don't wholly exclude myself from that observation, as you may be thinking. For a non-lawyer, law is often incomprehensible. One of your roles as a lawyer will be to make the law accessible to others, so strive to be clear and concise at all times in both your written and oral advice. To do so facilitates access to justice. In the practice of the law, your physical and mental health are both also extremely important. There may, and I dare say will be, times when you feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or distressed. Legal practice can be all-consuming and physically and mentally taxing, so you must work hard to keep your balance and keep your eye out to ensure that your colleagues do as well. If you do get overwhelmed by it all, as frankly we all have and do from time to time, try to take a step back and recapture some perspective. You should also know or remember that the law is a highly collegiate profession, and in that context we're now going to hear two brief addresses of welcome, one from Senior Counsel, New South Wales Bar, and one from a younger member of the Law Society of New South Wales. Mr. Surtees, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Greg Surtees, and I have been practising for 32 years at the bar, predominantly in the equity division of this court. On behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession. The legal profession is an old profession based on precedent and the rule of law, while also being a profession that grows and develops to adapt to new practices and technology, and importantly, to society's values as they change over time. For several decades now, the composition of lawyers and barristers in New South Wales has changed to better reflect the community. The bar today is a welcoming place for people of all genders and backgrounds. It is an honour to be a lawyer, and in my case a barrister, and I am proud to be a member of the legal profession. It is a vocation that provides intellectual challenge, the opportunity to give expert advice, and the privilege to represent people in court and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. If you're interested in coming to the bar, you can contact the New South Wales Bar Association or have a look at its website, and each year there is a Career at the Bar Open Day. In your first year of practice as a reader, you receive particular assistance from two barristers of at least 7 years seniority who will meet with you weekly, review your work, and teach you practical skills. But the support you will receive is not limited to those two barristers. The bar is renowned for its collegiality, its so-called open door policy, especially in chambers. There are also opportunities to become involved in the work of the New South Wales Bar Association, which is the professional body that supports barristers and has a range of committees, including a new barristers committee, which organises social and educational functions for barristers of 0 to 5 years standing, and a diversity and equality committee, which promotes one of the key strategic goals of the New South Wales Bar Association: to attract the best people to become barristers, regardless of their race, their religion, their gender, their parental status, or their sexual preference. Whether as a lawyer or a barrister, I encourage you to get involved in the Law Society or Bar Association and use your skills to assist your community. It is a rewarding experience to practice in connection with others in your profession. Once again, on behalf of the New South Wales Bar Association, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I congratulate all of you on your admission today and as a lawyer of this honourable court. May it please the court.
Mr. Surtees. Mr. Harlan, do you move?
May it please the court. My name is Seth Harlan, and not so long ago, I stood where you are standing today, 2 months ago, in fact. You are here being admitted to the Supreme Court role as the final step in a long and arduous journey. You should all feel immensely proud of what you've achieved thus far. When I embarked on my career as a solicitor, I had no real idea of what to expect, erroneously relying on movies and TV. It was not always easy, often it was overwhelming, but I stand here after 3 years of working in the profession, and I can tell you I've already learnt a thing or two. One of the most important things I have learned is the importance of belonging to a profession. The legal profession is increasingly large and diverse, and one to which you now belong. The Law Society of New South Wales is the home of that community, and with our 30,000 members flung far and wide across the state, we are bound by our shared duties and our commitment to continuous learning. Our desire to connect and drive to give back to our communities and uphold the rule of law. And as an early career lawyer, belonging to a strong network of peers is crucial. That is why I've been part of the Law Society's New South Wales Young Lawyers branch for 6 years, and I'm currently the secretary. Here I found friendship, inspiration, guidance and support when I needed it most, as well as opportunities to advocate and join committees as well as speak to you today. By joining the Law Society and New South Wales Young Lawyers, you'll gain access to professional support, conferences and events, a wide range of publications, professional development opportunities, mentoring, volunteer opportunities, and so much more. It is the role of the Law Society to ensure that you, as a newly minted solicitor, can thrive and succeed in your new profession. So again, congratulations to you all. Look us up, speak to your employer. We look forward to welcoming you into the Law Society community.
Well, can I say this to you all in closing? The law is a wonderful profession. It's stimulating, it's challenging, and it's satisfying, and it's populated by intelligent, committed, and dynamic people such as yourselves. You should be proud to be a lawyer, proud of your achievements to date, and proud of the profession you have just joined. It's a very important profession that underpins stability and cohesion in our community in all sorts of ways. And you are now a very important part of that very important profession. So work hard, take pride in your work, look out for your colleagues, contribute to your community, and don't take yourself too seriously. We wish you all the very best of luck on the exciting journey that lies ahead and a full and rewarding career thereafter. So on behalf of the President, President Ward, Justice Adamson and myself, and indeed all of our colleagues on the Supreme Court, I once again congratulate you on your admission and welcome you to the legal community, legal profession and community. The court will now adjourn.
All stand. This honourable court is now adjourned.